Here we go.
Oh, we're going now?
Yeah.
Are we doing like the pre thing where we do the pre thing before the pre thing?
Always.
Yeah,
The pre to the pre.
Yeah, but like there has to be witty banter. We haven't had witty banter in a long time.
You gotta do the whole Coker dance.
Yeah, no, but I like the talk before, like before the lights are on. It's like
Cloud Atlas.
Like Cloud Atlas. That's my recommendation. Back at it again. It's like we never left. Coke and Dank, Dank and Coke. It's the Lethal Weapons.
I don't know mine.
Okay, I gotta wait for you.
Hey Dank.
Hey Coke.
If Batman was a tree, he'd be Spruce Wayne.
It's not bad. Your delivery is really not selling these. I hope somebody's laughing.
Hey, what does Batman like to put in his drinks?
Ice.
Just ice.
Ah! That's the one. That's the pop the top one.
Just ice.
Way to cheers. Solidarity.
I thought you drank yours already.
No, man, I just popped. I just wanted to...
I'm a heathen.
I wanted to hear the...
I'm a heathen. I don't cheers. I don't cheers, peasants.
Alright, remember that at the annual celebration of drinking constantly.
You could just call it Beer Fest.
I could, but I mean, you want to tease the people.
It's annual.
That's how I sound. It's annual. It is, isn't it?
We should do a podcast from Beer Fest.
We should. It won't make the light of day.
No, it won't.
I'll just be like, but we get great interviews.
Interviews? I thought we were just going to talk about...
If you're walking about the mic, people are going to want to talk to the mic. It doesn't even matter. You could be like, this is an alt-right podcast. But I got something to say about that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Blame the white... What? I thought the bitch was wild. Again, we're back on unusable material. But we're here today with our topic because obviously we love comic books, we love heroes, we love villains.
Yeah.
But there's something that sets apart an average hero in the comic world and in animation and in movies. You need something to be a great hero.
There's only a select few really that really have it.
That can handle it to this level. Right?
Yeah.
For the most part, there has always been a great mirror or opposition for every hero. There's always a great villain. For every great villain, there's always a good hero. But there are some cases where a hero literally has to rise above everything because the entire city is out to get him.
Yeah.
And if you hadn't noticed by the hilarious, semi-hilarious jokes in the opening, we're definitely talking about Batman.
The Bat.
Who gets Hall of Fame status off of how many fucking villains he has to deal with.
He's got the best
Rogue Gallery. Yeah, it's
in
hard
comics,
pressed.
It's
hard pressed to... The closest would be Spider-Man, and it's not to that level.
Yeah. I agree. No, his like who's a more popular villain than Mr. J, right? Like,
depending on which circles that you roll into, right? Because you gotta really love it.
But
I've always been a big fan of Doctor Doom, but I mean, his heroes haven't been to the same level of his evil.
But even non-comic fans think Batman, Joker.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely synonymous.
Not everybody knows Doctor Doom.
No, everyone knows Superman, but not everyone knows Lex Luthor.
There's a good one. Yeah. They should, but no, they don't.
No, not really. A lot of people have no idea what's going on with Aquaman, but Aquaman has a decent rogue gallery, but
I like Black Manta.
It's nothing compared. Like, he has to deal with 7 seas worth of like fish dudes. So I mean, he's got his share, but nothing has ever really added up.
It's funny that Thor doesn't really have like a amazing rose gallery because you got all the 9 realms, that stuff.
I think he does, but it's just everyone cared more about Thor. When Batman, everyone like legit started caring about these villains to a more extent because like how is this man who has
grounded
no powers?
Too. They're grounded for the most part.
Yeah,
there's a couple guys though.
We'll get into this list because the whole podcast is about this time is how great these villains are and how we're really ranking them. Basically, A-level villains.
Yeah, we tiered them. We're gonna tier these. We're gonna tier the
So some are like everyday men that just happen to keep foiling Batman or giving Batman a run, and then some are just like, God damn, you gotta deal with this motherfucker.
Yeah. Good luck, pal.
Yeah, and he keeps coming back for more. Like after like 4 of these dudes, I would have definitely relocated cities, or just decided like, well,
moved.
I'm gonna start killing people now because I can't do this, right? Like he checks them into prison, and by once checks in one, another one is out. He's like, can I get a sleep? Like, can I sleep? When does he sleep?
Batman, sleep deprivation.
That'd be a good comic arc, right? Like, even Green Lantern gets to sleep, and he's got a fucking ring to like hold down assholes.
Yeah, Batman doesn't sleep.
I guess not. Well, with these types of villains, how can you sleep, right? So we'll go through our list. We're gonna start in the C list. Obviously, these are very credible villains, but not ones that ever really give Batman a run for his money. He kind of handles what's going on.
They're like the best of the worst, or worst of the best, or something like that. I don't want to say worst.
They're at the bottom. I don't think Batman ever really breaks a sweat, but he knows he's gonna have to at least put on his agility belt to fight him.
There gonna be some tricks.
Number 1, or whatever order we want to do. I don't know if we can number these bad boys, but his government name is Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. Better known as
the Penguin.
Caught you in mid-drink.
Sorry guys, I'm enjoying
caught you mid-drink.
Enjoying some food right now.
So Penguin's an odd choice, just in general, of like who ever decided like, hey, I'm gonna make this villain, and he's gonna.
He shouldn't work. He does.
He does, yeah.
Right?
He's essentially just a dude that fits all the descriptions of a penguin, and kind of was ostracized from society for his look and kind of his walk and his talk.
Essentially a funny-looking mob boss or crime boss.
But that kind of led into his whole powers and abilities, right? He's got a genius level of intellect, which you kind of need to go up against Batman. He's a criminal mastermind, so he's spent enough time in. Because
this guy's not going toe to toe.
No, he's got to find other ways to kind of take down the empire that is Batman. Mm-hmm. So criminal mastermind, business management. Like, this is a guy that's handled the criminal side and the like legitimate side. He's always been someone that can kind of appear in the daytime and be like, oh, well, I'm Cobblepot. Like, he can Mr. Cobblepot.
He's smart enough to stay clean enough that he can kind of show face, right?
While he's doing his dirty, right?
Yeah.
He's a tactical analysis. Like, he understands strategy. Obviously, being a brilliant criminal mind and genius, you can kind of understand the chess moves that are needed to be this level of villain. Expert with combat. I mean,
his umbrella.
Yeah, to a certain level, right? Like, he's got some moves, but again, his size and girth don't really make him the most formidable villain.
And it's too bad he doesn't have penguins with rocket launchers in like every time he's seen. Like, they just did that for the movie, and then
I don't. Well, that's one of his powers is like he's an avian trainer, so he definitely loves birds and takes care of birds and trains them.
But
can
he talk to the birds?
He's closer than anybody else, right? And obviously, he's got to be somewhat of a charismatic man because he's got way more henchmen than he should deserve.
Yeah,
he's never really a leader that you want to follow, but everyone's following the Cobblepot, so he makes the list. It's hard.
No, he's good. He's. It's funny because when you talk to anybody who remotely knows Batman, like, they'll put him over other guys that maybe shouldn't be as well known. Like, he's well known, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
he's very well known. I mean,
Penguin.
He got his first big screen
live action role, right?
With Batman Returns and the
Danny DeVito,
the like uncompromisable Danny DeVito. Like, if there's any perfect casting you can kind of put together, definitely Danny DeVito and the Penguin.
Yeah, Tim Burton. That's probably why he's so popular.
And they really handled his story well too, right? Like, they gave him the whole backstory and how he was kind of suffering inside, but still wanted to put him up front as this new hero for Gotham. And then, the animal came out.
Yeah, and he was eating fish in front of people's face.
It's always the laugh, right?
Bleeding black.
It's always the laugh. You gotta love the laugh. Yeah, the goo when he's biting noses.
Yeah, biting noses. That's right.
Worth checking out. So another one we're putting on the best of the worst, the C list.
The C-lister
is Mr. Hugo Strange, an insane but brilliant psychologist and scientist who's always been obsessed with trying to fight the Batman.
And this is not so much a crime boss, but more just intellectual. Yeah. Right?
And at a certain point, started housing or controlling everyone that was in Arkham Asylum.
He likes to know what makes people tick, right?
Yeah, well, like, if Batman's one job is to lock people away into the jail, Hugo Strange was the one dude that was running the jail once they were locked away. So he was getting all these kind of tips and secrets and kind of quirks to figure out, okay, so this is how you run against Batman, this is how you play against. So if we're talking about like chess strategy, like, a lot of these people on this list would play amazing games of chess. could literally be
yeah.
chess masters.
Yeah, they just can't, you know.
They can't go up against Batman.
They can't. They can't succeed in Gotham.
Fair enough. That's a hard place to make it.
Yeah, and to that point, where these guys get these henchmen from? Wouldn't like after like this many years, the henchmen be like, you know what, man, I'm not taking jobs in this city anymore.
The union's got to be great, though, right? Like it's got to be amazing benefits.
I'm going somewhere else, man. I'm not doing this.
It's got to be because you keep signing up to get your ass beat up by Batman.
And you know he's gonna come, but yet endless wave.
If it's unionized, I can see everyone signing up. Why not, right?
Yeah. The more you get hurt, the more you get paid out.
Why not, right? They gotta have amazing healthcare in fucking Gotham City.
Oh, God bless goons.
God bless goons. You need them. Someone who's not a goon, but very much on our list, is a real name. She's also a doctor. Fair enough.
Oh, Pamela Ivy, man. I didn't know you were looking at.
That's what I was looking for. You can see the green, huh?
No, I wasn't looking.
Pamela Lillian
Pamela Ivy.
Eiley, better known as Poison Ivy.
See, and this is where bats can just kind of knock in Penguin and Strange's teeth. You can't, like, Poison Ivy's not really a fighter. Like, she's a fighter, but she's not like a... She can scrap, right?
But again, she has henchmen or man-eating plants to do most of the scrapping.
But her whole move is, like, seduction, manipulation, right?
Yeah, and essentially, like, she's one of the people trying to save the world, because she is trying to, like...
Yeah, you're right, misguided.
A little bit, right? Like, she has a point to, like, hey, maybe plants need more love and life that we're giving it, but the ways in which that she goes for her truth. Yeah,
you can't just, like, turn a city into a greenhouse, for example.
I mean, well, and she's got, again, so she's obviously a doctor, and I believe it's botany or the study of plants and toxins and stuff, but she... in a dangerous experiment, kind of overdosed on this plant and animal serum. It got the toxin in her bloodstream, and that kind of made her toxic herself. So, in turn, she wanted to make everyone else feel the toxic kiss. So again, yeah, she definitely plays up her sexuality.
Because she can. But that's the best way to get what you want when it comes to... Sorry, not the best way to get what you want, but that's an easy... Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. That's the easiest way to make... a strong person crumble. She's easily one of 2, maybe 3 on this list that adds a different type of allure when it comes to villainy. Sex appeal is definitely a strong suit. Whether or not that always works for her, I mean, she's on one of her lower lists. She can't do it, Bats. So. Bats always like, enough.
But she's always been known to be able to seduce men and women alike.
Yeah.
A lot to do with pheromones, and even got a Superman.
And a tight green suit.
Yeah, we got Superman in its clutches, according to this. Didn't last long, but you know, it's Ivy.
Yeah.
Great Halloween costume for women.
Yes, it is.
And if you're a bold man, by all means, plant up. You almost choked there, right?
How did you know I was making one?
I mean, I saw the.
You saw the green?
I saw the foliage.
I was gonna put one leaf.
And then then you're Adam. Everyone thinks you're Adam, right? You're not Ivy. You got to do the red hair and everything.
Fine, I'll do red hair and one leaf.
So the last one that we've included in our C list, I mean, a formidable villain, but not someone that really...
Someone else who doesn't really get as much love.
No.
As a crime boss.
But gets a lot of punches to the face.
Yeah.
So his government name, Roman Sionis, a former business executive and mafia boss, but actually now goes by...
Black Mask.
Black Mask. So he's also the leader of the False Facers, which is another group of people with just masks that fucking shit up. I like him. He's just literally, it's what you want from Gotham City. Like, you have all these crazy out of the box kind of Halloween type of villains, but you need mob bosses and just crime lords to...
Especially ones that wear Halloween costumes.
He's got that black mask, right? Yeah. This is the one city that you can get away with.
I do like that his name's not complicated.
Black Mask?
Yeah, he's got a black mask, so I'm going to go with Black Mask.
I mean, right?
But it got burned onto his face, right?
So he's a criminal mastermind.
So it's a little deeper than just a mask, but
a torture master, obviously hand-to-hand combat. He's at his peak physical conditioning.
Yeah, you got it. If you can take a punch from...
Great marksman and master of disguise. Obviously, going back to he has to keep wearing this mask because his face is just shattered to what it used to be. Yeah. But that kind of helps inspire fear into his foes. Also, another guy that can get a lot of henchmen pretty easily.
These 4 at the bottom here, they're really good at henchmen.
Henchmen? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
because everyone going up is like, I'm doing myself.
yeah,
I don't need nobody else.
I got goons. B-list.
So yeah, we're moving up a tier. These are villains that it takes a little more than just some strategy to take down.
You can't just smack them in the face and...
I mean, you can, but then you have to deal with a real fight with these people.
Yeah.
First off, government name Waylon Jones, better known as the Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
This is someone that you kind of have to bring a potential A game with, because obviously he is more than alligator now, like crocodile. He's like 60, 70, 80% now.
Yeah.
Specifically, a disease kind of inflicted him with this
scaly skin. And,
this regressive type of... Essentially, he's like regressing, kind of like de-evolution, but still like a very formidable villain, because he looks like a crocodile and
he's huge.
Barks like a crocodile.
And he's not only big, but he can scrap too. He's a wrestler one.
Yeah, Street Fighter. Yeah, he's definitely.
He signed up for a freak show or like wrestler. I think he's a wrestler at one point.
Right, and he's got all this mutated strength, obviously, right? So
but he can scrap.
Yeah, so I mean, you can be smart to outwit him, but if you get close to his chops, you're gonna have to.
I was gonna say you can't he's not that bright. He doesn't really hire goons. Right.
But sometimes he hires goons. He can get some goons,
but he doesn't need to. No, he doesn't have the money.
He's basically a tiny dinosaur.
Yeah, with pants.
Sometimes.
I hope he keeps the pants on.
I mean, these days.
Yeah.
Hard to find. I should just leave it there. These days. I don't know. You should just leave it out there. Let's move it on.
He's a tiny dinosaur with pants.
Move it on. This is another doctor, but I don't think he gets a doctor credit. No. Victor Fries. I think it's Fries.
Is it Fries?
I don't know. What country of origin. I didn't do... Stat Boy, find out what country of origin. Dr. Fries. There it is.
Pronounced Fries.
Pronounced Fries.
Spelled fried.
I mean...
I always called him Victor Fries.
Yeah, but you have to remember this was he was one of the first Batman villains when they weren't really trying.
Yeah, also...
Let's call him Iceberg.
One of the few that aren't completely chaotically insane. But he's nuts, but he's not.
He wants to freeze the city every time. It's like, let's make everything gold.
But there's always...
You don't like lukewarm?
No, but it's always because he's trying to save his old lady, right?
Yeah, definitely a deep motivation. Again, a strong, very powerful mind, strategist. But his powers really dive into everything Sub-Zero, literally.
Chill out.
Cold adaptation, Sub-Zero psychology, decelerated aging, so he knows how to slow his kind of life down.
So he just doesn't age, right?
Toxic
ages very slowly.
Very slowly.
Very
Toxic
slowly.
immunity. Immunity. Hey, man.
Emus. Toxic emus.
That'd be amazing. Killer Croc and the toxic emus. Book it. But he obviously he understands cryo. No, just keep moving for it. You gotta keep pressing through. He understands cryogenics, medical science, and
he's smart.
He's super smart, right?
He's really smart, and he's sucker for love, right? It's always trying to save Nora.
His beloved.
It is Nora.
His beloved.
Stab boy.
I can't find the name, so we're gonna call her Janora.
Yeah, Janora.
You don't like us? Well, why you just put a comment and tell her what her real name is?
Janora Ali.
But again, he can't really be... He's very flawed in the same regard, right? So as smart as he is...
he's nuts, but he's not chaotic.
But again,
evil.
And he can't be kind of without his cryo suit, right? He's someone that needs to be surrounded by cold. So his limitations are very... Like, this is a villain that you only really have to deal with 3 out of...
From, like,
November
3 months to, like, February.
See, that's Canada cold, right? In Gotham, I think it's only like 3 out of the 4...
Well, Gotham is New York, right?
I don't know. Have they ever locked that down? It's kind of implied.
Gotham's New. I used to think it was Chicago. I'm pretty sure it's New York.
I thought it was Detroit.
All right, guys, settle this now in the comments.
Either way, all 3 of those cities get
write us in.
Fucking cold.
Yeah, that's what we're getting at here.
So like you're not really gonna bang into Mr. Freeze in July.
It's not gonna happen.
Unless they did a whole Christmas in July, kind of caught my car, which would be kind of cool.
Even still, it's still hot.
Yeah, no, we could go like take down. Like you would think he would go find the Fortress of Solitude and be like, "This is my house now, Superman."
But then he wouldn't. Yeah.
I mean, nothing gets accomplished. He just kind of takes it. He takes it over.
He's out. He stacks up there.
This is just B level, okay? So he doesn't really have to think hard about why he's doing what he's doing, but he's not doing it right. Moving on, we'll go to. I think he's a doctor too.
Always doctors.
Is it? I don't know. He was a
Well, Killer
zoologist
Croc,
and then obviously studied nocturnal animals. Maybe he doesn't have the PhD, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. We're going to call him Dr.
Kirk Langstrom.
Kirk Langstrom, otherwise known as the
Man-Bat.
Man-Bat. One of the greatest names of a villain.
It's Batman backwards.
How can you go wrong? And then what do you have to do to this villain to make him a reverse of Batman is turn him into an actual bat,
Yeah.
right? So again, another freak accident. Somehow he got infected or bitten.
Yeah, he was trying to cure himself, or not cure himself. He was trying to find like a cure for disease.
And
Except he put
using DNA from obviously
from a bat, which
bats.
really has never worked out ever in any comic or movie. I'm pretty sure everybody mutates. I don't know when he was doing this, but I mean, if you read something where someone's or watch something where someone's going to do some experiments with animal DNA, injecting it into themselves, they're going to mutate.
Okay, like here's
It's going to happen.
Here's your first problem. Don't call it the Man-Bat serum, which you inject yourself with. Because the writing's kind of on the wall once you do that, right? Like if you call it "I'm gonna die soon" serum,
Yeah.
guess what's gonna happen? So he
might live forever.
You could, but I would have called it "Live Forever" serum, right? You.
What's that shit you're putting in your vein there? It's the Man-Bat serum.
It's the man. What's gonna happen? Watch and see. So he obviously transformed into a giant Man-Bat, which is kind of awesome. And then power of flight. He's got crazy claws.
Went bonkers. Wanted to.
Echolation, so he's got that crazy shriek scream. Echolocation, sorry. Yes. So you can, it's kind of like sonar, essentially. You're able to create, navigate through the airwaves, similar as like a bat sonar radar kind of thing. He also has sound manipulation, so that is like the bat shriek and everything that kind of throw you off. And he's kind of a scientist, so he's got all that crazy like biology, chemistry kind of shit.
Although when he changes, it's kind of like the Hulk. At first, like he doesn't know
what's going to happen. Like what's happening.
It's like a dream sequence, right?
Yeah, he's half in there, and essentially he's just a big bat. Which, like, bats aren't really like fierce, ferocious creatures. They kind of only attack when they're up against the wall. Yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty sure like a rolled up newspaper.
But this guy, the reason
smack to the face.
Yeah, the reason why he's a little higher on the list is
no bat.
This guy can throw down too, right? Like he can fly.
He's huge.
He's big.
This is the second one of Batman's prehistoric villains that he has to deal with.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Well, maybe 3 too if you want to count Penguin, because he's kind of
prehistoric-y.
Kind of, right? They're one like DC relaunch of being new 5252 and Batman's and Penguin's like this giant freakish bird.
Feet?
Yeah,
he just has feet.
You can have the big snout or something and just fucking
but just the yellow
really
feet.
Go at it. That's all you want.
Yeah, or that's
you want the happy feet?
The little orange feet.
They have yellow feet too.
I thought it was orange.
Have you not seen Happy Feet?
I have not seen Happy Feet.
It's about penguins.
I have seen March of the Penguins.
They got yellow feet in that too.
I don't remember. There's a lot of snow.
Poor penguin. He's still looking for that long lost love. Eh? You can only get married once. That's it. He's still looking.
God. Plus they live in their entire brutal, man. What
a
life.
That they like.
What a life.
That they like. It's the searching.
We're off topic.
Are we? We just want to give more love to penguins.
We're talking about bats, yeah.
We're just talking about all these prehistoric animals that essentially kind of.
I could pet penguin.
So you would pet Copperpot?
No, not him.
Yeah, he'd bite you and then you'd be bleeding.
He bleeds black. That's weird.
You made me bleed my own blood. Okay, whatever number in the B list. We're going with Basil Carlo, who's otherwise known as
not the, but I'm going to say it anyways. The Clayface.
He's definitely the first Clayface. I believe there's been more than a few.
How do you transfer it's the makeup, right? Wasn't he putting the makeup on it and it kind of had a adverse reaction to him and turned him into a giant blob of dough he can change. This guy can do. Now Dank's got a preference for this dude.
I do. He's fucking amazing. Yeah. Like out of the box kind of thing. Like he's definitely a shapeshifter.
And he's malleable.
He's malleable. Yeah, and he's everything you want out of Sandman, but not a pussy. Because I think Sandman's a pussy.
Yeah. Plus he's already mucky, so
mud is 10 times better than sand. One, right? Like if Hydro Man and Sandman had a baby, this would come.
Leves, yeah.
So like his whole kind of motivation is like I want to look good. So he made himself look the best with this kind of experimental thing to make his face, and then he ends up looking so ugly, and he freaks out on that. Like, oh my gosh, that's how do you not?
Also, guys, get excited for this. Not a scientist. So I mean, there's that.
He's the everyday man, right? Yeah. So it's his vanity that typically always does him in, right? Yeah. Anytime he looks in the mirror.
An actor relied on his good looks.
But he's a malleable clay body. He's plasticine. He's Gumby on a bad day, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Superhuman strength, superhuman agility, superhuman stamina, superhuman durability, a poisonous touch.
Shape-shifting.
And he's a great actor, right? So if he's caught up in it, he can kind of lie his way out of it or transform into something to get his way out. Yeah. I've always been a big Clayface fan.
Not that bright.
No.
Very emotional though.
But that's kind of the theme with these sets of villains. They're very strong and brooding. They don't have that typical smart thing.
Or they're smart and not really physically ththreatening.
Well,
One or the other. It's one or the other.
Yeah, because Freeze needs that suit, or else he's just a really, really smart cold guy.
Yeah. He's just frostbite.
I bet he has amazing burns though. Like his insole's got to be cold as ice.
Oh, yeah.
Or like two over your head that you feel dumb. Like he's calling everyone a trilobite.
Troglodyte.
That too. Petrified fossil. Fuck.
I said troglodyte. It wasn't the same.
Isn't it trilobite?
I guess so.
I don't know. He calls everyone a chocolatier.
Tier A, the A-listers.
We're done with trilobites?
Yeah. Let's just get into it here. I don't even know what that word is.
All right, fair
Trilobites.
enough. So these are A-listers. This is like Batman needs to prepare for these motherfuckers. Usually in his first one he ends up losing, or there's a problem that takes over the city, and he's like, let me go back to the cave. Let me go talk to Alfred.
Yeah.
Hey, is Lucius on speed dial? I need to plan a smarter
I need
attack
to up my game,
to come at these guys. And the first one happens to be a doctor, Dr. Jonathan Crane.
Jonathan Crane.
Better known as
the Scarecrow.
So this dude is motherfucking menacing.
Yeah, it's
creepy and on such a smart level of how you created such a character.
And not really like we're saying that Batman has to go back and prepare for these guys. This guy, he can't really fight.
No,
he's a doctor once again.
And he never really knows if he's fighting him too, right? Because
that's what you can't really fight him. But what he does, like, so Batman's whole MO is I defend the city using fear, intimidation, right?
Right.
He scares the bad guys because he doesn't have any superpowers. This guy scares people right back. So he's using Batman's methodology, and
even to a turned up, right? Like he's definitely the fear monger that's not called fear monger. Right?
Yeah.
Like he's already got the genius intellect. He's proven he's got a doctor. He's a huge psychologist, so he's definitely with the brain. He's understood deep rootedly what really makes people tick, and definitely uses that against them. He's an expert in chemistry and terrorism.
Yeah,
because he's using all these chemicals to kind of fuck people up. Great with weaponry again. All these biochemics that he uses. Decent with martial arts. I haven't seen him do a lot of that kind of. Yeah. Every so often he has a pitchfork, right? Yeah, he'll play into the whole Scarecrow costume idea kind of.
But he's lanky too, right? He's got these long limbs. Like it could work, but
right.
Man, this Batman's a fucking ninja, man.
And then even in some stories, he's actually transformed into a full-fledged kind of Scarecrow, and really
there's been a lot of different. I know a lot of guys have had different iterations, but there's been a lot of different ones. Like sometimes he's just a dude with a sack on his head.
Yep.
Other times he's like this fucking weirdo with needle claw fingers that injects.
Got a gas mask and stuff. Like this is a dude. This is seemingly of all the Batman villains, this is something that you could actually see happen in real life. Like I could see someone kind of really going hardcore,
fierce,
with just the terror and just using chemicals as a way of fucking with people, and then really just wearing a sack or a gas mask on his head. Yeah.
Or putting some sort of cover for his face.
It's not hard. Like he could literally wear a garbage bag and I'm the Scarecrow, and it's I guess you are, bro.
Hey, what's that you're spraying me with? It's called fear serum.
You gotta do that fear on you.
Just lean back for a second. It's like the man bat shit, right? What's that you spraying with? Just some fear serum.
You're gonna like it. What's it called? Fear. It's you kind of know what's on the wall.
Yeah.
Next up. A friend of yours, one of your favorite.
I like
villains.
these. Yeah, they're cool, man.
They got a good story.
Batman's whole thing is he's always prepared for everybody, right? He's got a contingency plan for all the Justice League. He's got a contingency plan for everybody.
Does that mean he's got a good contingency suicide plan?
I guess. Maybe.
He's got this crazy letters I blame you specifically. You should kill yourself as well.
So you think he's already written letters, or do you think he's got the letters in his head?
He's got one letter and telling someone just go fucking kill yourself. I left the Kool-Aid for you. Not Alfred. No, I don't think he wants Alfred to follow. But
the Court of Owls he didn't know about.
Court of Owls was the next one.
Court of Owls is the next one. Yeah, their secret
society
lives underneath Gotham.
All they ask is trust.
and Batman didn't know.
They
about
do. That's not a false
them. Yeah,
statement.
he found out about them, and they don't like. And he's going, "Why aren't you guys? Like, how are you guys living down here?" He's like, "We don't interfere. We don't get in the middle of things unless we need to." So with them, because they're just a society basically, like a secret society with white owly masks, and they do their thing, and they let Batman do his thing. But when they need something done, they resurrect these guys named Talons
to come fuck shit up.
Assassins that they raise from the dead that can like fuck you up.
Yeah.
There's one that kind of breaks away and has his own thing and kind of, comes
goes against the plan.
Yeah, he's able to think for himself. But yeah, so there's like it's a whole fucking like structure. Like there's a whole society.
Right.
Then there's like muscle men. Like their goons are.
They have their own
hardcore.
Gotham City below Gotham City. And how do you fight a Gotham City that's smarter,
that knows everything,
longer,
and they know everything,
built to last for you?
They've been there longer than Batman.
They're just kind of waiting their time. Like, all right, now it's time to strike.
And when he first meets them, I know he drives them crazy that he doesn't know anything about them. Like, who the fuck are these people? Right?
Batman's definitely a control freak.
So that was kind of I think I like that element of it that he didn't like. You only can really do that once because after you meet him once, he already now obviously he knows about them, but it was cool.
I mean, they don't have no amnesia spray.
It's in that bottle there that says amnesia spray on it.
Or maybe they're the ones.
This do?
Maybe they're the ones that invented that Men in Black.
The red laser. Did they ever get a name?
The stingy thing.
Yeah.
There is, but no one calls it. Yeah.
More sugar.
All right, Stat Boy's gonna throw up a picture of what we're talking about.
That's all I think. That's all I think of radio.
You don't like raw sugar? You know who played that?
Yeah, Kingpin.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Vincent D'Onofrio.
There you go. He's kind of a jack of all trades, though.
Yeah, he's good.
As long as the dude's like 6'4", Vincent D'Onofrio can play him.
I'm like,
skin's hanging off my bones. Yeah. I'm gonna name him as one of Batman's villains.
I know, Edgar. That wasn't Edgar.
A giant cockroach dude. But the next is not a cockroach, although he might say cockroach.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
First name unknown, but they call him Dorrance. Dorrance, if I'm saying it right. But really, they don't call him Dorrance. They just call him
Bane.
Bane. How do you not love Bane? I'm not talking movie Bane. We're not talking other movie Bane.
No.
Although one was like a half decent Bane.
One was half decent. The first one was an absolute joke.
Yeah, that was a monstrosity Bane.
They should have just used like Solomon Grundy or something. Not like, you know what I mean?
So, we're talking some animated series Bane because they do okay animated series. I've seen him.
He wasn't in the '90s one, right? Bane wasn't in there.
I don't remember that, but he was either in Young Justice, which I fucking marked out for.
That's right. Yeah.
Or he was in like Justice League of America. But where he makes his mark is always the comic. He's the fucking man. This is Bane.
We were always talking. We were talking earlier. Not always. We were talking earlier.
We always talk.
We were talking.
Don't deny the love that you have for me. It's one-sided.
That Batman villains are either brains or bronze. This guy's both.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking smart, and
which they don't really play up in the movie.
They never do. I think because it's too hard. Like it's too much of a threat. I don't know why they wouldn't. The Nolan one, he was okay.
Okay, but again,
he was smart. Like
he was flawed.
Yeah, flawed.
If he was just the villain that he had to face,
yeah,
it would have made more sense. But you had to squeeze in a lot of stuff because you know how sequels work, right? You got to outdo the one before.
Threequels.
So you got to keep adding to it. But basically, this man found his power set from
what a lovely, lovely voice.
Injecting a dangerous serum called Venom into his veins.
What could go wrong by injecting Venom into myself? I mean, one of these things.
If there's anything that's worth injecting into yourself, it's definitely called Venom.
Well, it's either Venom or the Man Bat serum. So.
Yeah, well, you know.
Pick your poison.
Call it what it is, right?
Yeah.
Superhuman strength, superhuman speed, reflexes, endurance superhuman, stamina superhuman, durability superhuman, and superhuman stability.
And fucking smart.
Healing, if you heard that. I'm getting superhuman talking. That didn't really work out for me. On top of the fact that he's already a genius level intellect, right? He's got the eidetic memory, which means he can just see it one time and memorize it. He's great with polymath, so he's exceptional knowledge in sciences, history, geology, medicine, and several others. And he's polylingual, so he can speak more than one language.
You read all that, or you hear all that, and you go, how the fuck do you beat this guy?
That's not even it, right? Like, he's great at hand-to-hand combat, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's always someone to go toe-to-toe with Batman. Expert strategist. And he's at the peak of his human condition, because obviously he keeps infecting his steroids into his veins, right? How do you beat this motherfucker?
And
you don't.
No, you don't. You gotta. The only way you can is. Fuck, I don't even know. Like you gotta tap into that addiction. Is I think.
In the comic, one of my favorite comic arcs, Batman had to literally go and invent an Iron Man suit to come back and beat this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that was off of a broken bat.
I was gonna say after he broke his back.
Yes.
The one dude, you remember that? That was a huge
arc.
That was a huge arc. The
Huge
man
arc.
who broke the bat.
Great arc. If there's a comic book arc to read, if you're a first-time Batman reader, which you shouldn't be if you're a podcast.
Yeah. No, if you're listening to this, you're over 10 years old.
But if you're 10 years old and you stumbled on this, go find
it.
The Man Who Broke the Batman's Back. He's 10 times better than Tom. Funny enough that Tom Hardy played Venom. Sorry, I ruined my...
Played Bane and now he's playing Venom?
The man who injected Venom is now playing
Venom. Yeah. That wasn't as good the second time around.
Well, and I know you're not going to edit it, but if everyone wants to just skip to this part where I said it correctly, so much satisfying.
I may edit.
No, you should leave it in.
I'm not going to edit.
We're imperfect. So number 1 on this A-list.
This A-list.
This is... Batman needs to kind of come prepared to this list, right? We've proven that everyone on this list definitely has more than one area that Batman has to take care of, even if it's the head, the body, or just the weaponry. This is someone that has all of those, and also the emotions. He has an emotional connection to Batman being his childhood friend. That is Dr. Tommy Elliot, otherwise known as Hush. So definitely fairly new in the pantheon of Batman villains.
Well, he's only really ever been in the one story, right?
And
because you can't, it's hard to bring him back after the ultimate run he had.
Which is what? Let the people know.
Turned everybody. Like, he went around and turned all the villains. He didn't turn them. He got them all to come at Batman.
At the same time, he literally united those that could not be united.
Yeah. And he's like, his history, like his backstory is like...
It's deep. He grew up with Bruce.
He's fucked up from kids though. Like he killed his own parents, or wanted his mom to die, or whatever. And Wayne Enterprises ended up saving her.
Yeah, and so he's got a little chip on his shoulder for that. Yeah, it's like, how the fuck are you interfering with my shit, right? Like,
then trying to make himself look like Bruce too. Like it's
he went on out. Like
he's like evil Bruce Wayne
to the point of like how like deeply he crafted this scheme. He like severed the brake lines to his parents' car, sending them the vehicle into the side of the road. And his father was instantly killed, but his mother managed to survive. And then that's when Bruce's father comes in to kind of save everything. And he's like, wait a minute.
Now kill her, man. I want her dead.
So he takes it upon himself to exact some more revenge. And kind of like, this stayed with him for decades on decades on decades.
Yeah,
so
he plotted his entire life for this. So it's hard to bring him back. Like, he had that one arc.
Which is great.
The one graphic, which is amazing. You can't really bring him back after that, right?
Genius level intellect, skilled surgeon. Obviously, if he kept fucking cutting himself up to
making himself look like Bruce.
Oh God! Like he got him on day and he got him at night, man.
Take off the bandages and you're looking at yourself.
And then obviously a great marksman, right? He was great with the trigger finger.
Yeah.
But this definitely put Bruce on his fucking heels, because not only was this imposter following him and kind of doing all these things and assembling all these villains that he thought would never be assembled. But it's like, hey man, this is my fucking childhood friend. Like, goddamn.
I forgot about you.
Goddamn.
Alright, well, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for...
it's a solid list for Batman villains.
C-list, B-list, A-list.
That's it.
Did I miss anybody?
No. We got everyone that Batman fights and who he needs to take care of.
That should be in C-list, B-list, and A-list.
If anyone's a Batman fan, we've definitely listed everyone. There's nobody left. I mean, Catwoman, but Catwoman's not really a villain.
We left her out because she's not a villain. I think
she's more of an ally.
I think what we did was...
Oh, we did forget Harley Quinn, but you know, she's not really a villain either. She's like the Deadpool of
she's somebody's sidekick
of DC. But we got everybody else.
Everybody
nailed it.
Everybody
totally.
Yep.
High fives.
Got him.
Print it.
But there is like
another list.
There is another list, guys. It's the Hall of Fame.
It's the Hall of Fame, right?
We ain't leaving like that.
Because the A-list is where you want to be, but Hall of Fame is like a beyond VIP. These are people that you can't avoid at all.
Yeah. No. These
are villains that win.
Monumental.
Even when they lose, they still win.
Yep. Because they fucked him enough in his head.
He takes this to a level where he never wants to take it. And these are the five
We've done 4. Yeah,
five
4. Yeah,
Five.
5-ish.
that we count as the Hall of Fame.
We cheated and squeezed 2 together. Let's say that now.
It's a family relation though.
Yeah, we cheated and squeezed. Okay, let's go.
Speaking of family relation, let's start off with the number 4 for our Hall of Fame. He definitely has a good backstory for a Batman villain.
Yeah.
He's seen behind the curtain and the cowl. Coin that. That's a nice little...
Behind the curtain and the cowl?
That's a turn of phrase. Oh no! It's Faye Gunn. We're talking about
Condiment Man.
Condiment Man. Amazing. I wish Condiment Man came up with Batman. He'd be an amazing sidekick.
What is Condiment Man's backstory?
I don't know, but I want more of it.
One ketchup?
Mustard? I hope it's like he worked at the ballpark and they wouldn't let him squeeze on his own
I
condiments.
want ketchup. I want mustard. I want ketchup.
He couldn't decide. He's like, I'm gonna do it myself, and just ran off and started
squirting everybody. Yeah, it's not actually Condiment Man.
No, he's in a different Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
it's Jason Todd. Obviously.
Jason Todd,
better known as the Red Hood,
and the third Robin.
The third Robin. So when we talk about a good backstory, he came up with Bruce. He came up with Batman. He's seen how to fight crime, the day in, the day out, what it takes to be a hero. But it didn't work.
And you could ultimately see Batman failed him.
And he failed Batman, but yeah, right? Definitely it falls on Bruce first. This is definitely something that...
Because Dick and Tim were fine.
Yep. And
Jason comes in and he's doing okay, but he's so angry, right?
Why is he so angry?
He's adolescence.
You just say he's from Gotham. Like even their doctors are angry. How many PhDs have turned their life from crime?
Yeah, and don't you think at one point, like, how many doctors in fucking Gotham are crazy? Like every...
Look, I just want to say this: if you get a full scholarship to anything Gotham University, take it. Like, think about it.
Yeah, pass. Because
maybe it's not worth it.
You heard the list.
There's definitely something in the water, in the medicine, in the tablets, in the lab. Like, name a room in a university that you can go without them being inflicted in something. So you can't go to the kitchen because someone's infected that. Can't really go to the gym. You can't go to the botany lab. You can't go to any labs. Stay out of the fridge. You can't go to the psych ward. Everybody's in there. It's like, I'm crazy too.
Imagine if Pizza Face was a...
Oh, if only. Condiment King and Pizza Face? We're going to have to assemble a way better Avengers than I've ever
Alright,
seen.
Jason Todd. He's in the Hall of Fame. Because he's almost like... I guess, would you say all Robins are kind of like Batman's pseudo-sons?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
right?
Until we get to later on this list, and we can kind of discuss that a little more. Batman doesn't really have family. Like, no. That's one of his motivations to fight crime. Is like, I lost my family, and I don't want anyone else to suffer the same consequences. But it's his weird sort of growth on life, and like how he's learned to find surrogate family that has created Robins, because... If you got somebody new into your family, you wouldn't typically put them in tights and a mask and say, let's go fight crime together.
Yeah.
So, like, he's got his share of psychotic stuff, but definitely wanted to teach him and put him under his wing as a successful, like, role. Because seemingly to this point, all the Robins have been successful.
And then the third one says, like, this is going to be a breeze.
Right? Like, I've done 2 before. They've gone on to do their own things.
This guy's a little angrier than the last 2, but, let's...
Yeah. And, kind of has a run-in with one of those Hall of Fame members, and is basically beaten to a life of like
near death,
like
as close to death as you can get.
Probably get. And seemingly that kind of breaks Batman. He thinks like, I've definitely failed this kid, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if he's lost his virginity, but he's definitely...
But he's lost his life now, so he's toast.
He's bleeding in underwear, right? That's just when he's still wearing the tights.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
His third... Yeah. We'll get
he didn't start giving out pants till like his 5th Robin?
Yeah.
Like,
Carrie Kelly didn't have pants either.
Exactly, right? He's like, you get pants. You don't get pants, you don't get pants. Like, Dick had to leave. He's like, you know what? I'm going to make my own suit. He's like, it's got pants. I'm like, it's got pants.
We can't talk anymore.
No. You go to the other side of Gotham.
Yeah. You're no longer my Robin.
I guess not, right?
You gonna have pants on? Because you have pants on.
So yeah, he's almost dead. No pants, pantsless. And is seemingly kind of like built back to life by his captor. Is enslaved and like started to brainwash to be like, hey man, fuck this dude that you thought was going to take care of you. He didn't. And so this new kind of supervillain starts appearing out on the scene, and Batman's like, I kind of recognize these moves. I kind of recognize
from the originals.
This height and this size and this weaponry, and it turns out to be fucking the boy that he thought he lost, Mr. Jason Todd. And this was like a long going arc too, right? Like
it went on for a while.
Where like he could just keep popping up, popping back in, and eventually you kind of meet your maker, right? Like there's a lot of great things going on with meeting someone that you thought was your son, turned on you, like your arch nemesis essentially kills him, then sides with him, then reprograms him to like how much more do you have to go through in Dr. Phil to get over that? I don't think you ever do. Right? And he knows all your secrets and all your moves.
And he knows your identity. He knows
everything. He can bring you down in so many different ways. How do you plan for this? How do you plan for the one person that knows all your dirty secrets? You don't. Red Hood.
The angry Red Hood, who ends up going out and doing his own thing, and he becomes kind of a anti-hero,
but he was better as just a
like
point-blank villain. Yeah. Because Batman could never really do what he needed to do with him, which is put him down. And all Red Hood wanted to do with Batman is what he couldn't ever do, which is
make him put him down. Yeah.
So, a great dynamic.
So who else on that Hall of Fame?
Another
who else
blast from the past. This was definitely a friend of Bruce Wayne.
May I say my favorite villain?
Oh, you're gonna say that?
I'm gonna say that. Why wouldn't I say that?
I don't know. I was gonna say he's my favorite villain, but
no, your favorite was Clayface.
I love Clayface.
Is he your favorite? I didn't know he was your favorite.
How do you not love the
fucking right on.
The double entendre.
Yeah.
The district attorney. So he doesn't have a doctorate, but he definitely went to school for a long time.
He's smart.
Mr. Harvey Dent, better known as
Two-Face.
Now,
I like this. It was cool because, we all know the whole White Knight becomes the evil supervillain or villain or whatever, right? We know that story.
You fumbled through it, but I think
I was. Yeah. Well,
it was payback.
I've been drinking.
Yeah. There's a few.
What I like about it is that even when he was the White Knight of Gotham, whatever,
right,
he always had this internal,
conflict.
He didn't just become crazy.
No,
it festered, right? And he was always a little disturbed. He always had these conflicting opinions or ideas in his head. And him blowing up.
Yeah, just giving into the voices.
Yeah, was him just that was tipping the scale. When him physically blew up.
Oh, okay,
half his face.
Right, yeah.
That was just like, fuck, I'm out now.
Right.
And then that second personality. So he's always had dual personality. Is that what it's called?
Dual personality.
He's always had that.
A little bit bipolar, but
it was always
a higher extent.
Yeah, it started out small, and then just kind of with the stress of everything, it kind of came more and more and more.
Literally constantly dealing with the life of crime, being an attorney or a district attorney. Right?
In Gotham, where every doctor that comes in is insane.
Yeah, every doctor and every you're constantly trying to put people away, and you gotta talk to all these motherfuckers with great ideas and great doctorates. But I really like Two-Face because he seemed to be the physical representation of what Batman was going through. He had it on his face of the day and night of I'm constantly dealing with this. Where Batman had the Bruce Wayne and the cowl.
Yeah.
So it was essentially Batman got to play two different people, but Two-Face is this is me, man.
Harvey
I'm living it
one,
every fucking day. Yeah. And Batman always felt guilty too, right? He felt some blame in what's happened to him and why he couldn't help him when he saw the warning signs.
And they're great friends. He almost and it's funny. Batman envied him because he's like, man, this guy's doing for Gotham.
Yeah, he's doing something that counts.
The right way. He's not breaking necks. He's going through and
a lot of parallels too. When Batman or when Bruce was dating Selina Kyle, Harvey was dating Miss Doctor
Pamela Ivy.
Is it Ivy? Isn't it Isley?
Pamela Isley.
Yeah, there you go. So, they definitely played up the whole mirror image with Batman and Two-Face. They just really spliced that mirror to look at it. But what a great fucking villain, man.
Yeah.
How do you kill your best friend?
One villain that
can you kill your best friend?
We both agreed off air doesn't get enough showtime. You could do more with him.
He has so many great story arcs in the comics, so many great story moments in animated series. You can go so many different ways with him because obviously he's super smart, very charismatic, has a lot of goons.
Yeah, goons. Yeah,
Can assemble very fastly. Has to have like the best tailor in all of the DC
How do you get that stitching so?
It's seamless. It's
just
seamless.
Right down the middle.
Right.
You think he has? So do you think like he has two every suit? Like
he has to, right? Like he has
the opposite.
He has the crazy side and then the normal side, but then he has a reverse of like a normal side and a crazy side.
Yeah. So
but he won't wear that because the normal side won't match with the crazy side.
His OCD won't.
He's very much about those clean lines, right?
Right down the middle.
Gotta love it.
Right down the middle. Who else we got in that Hall of Fame?
We're going up the list. This one is
this is the 2-in-1.
This is a twofer, but when you hear the last name, it's hard to deny that both of them have a huge effect on who Batman is, became, and inevitably will become.
Yeah.
Raza
The
Talia Al Ghul.
The Al Ghuls. One trained him in his fighting styles, or trained made him who he is today.
Right. And
as far as the ninja,
one banged him out.
One banged, and one created his son.
Yes.
In a lab, but still, it
counts.
It counts.
How did she get the DNA?
Yep.
I like to think she did the fun way.
He hit it. Oh yeah.
Hit it, and she just kept it in whatever orifice.
It's some crazy
that she needed to keep it.
But in that,
do you think Batman wraps it up?
No.
Bruce definitely doesn't wrap it up.
I think his pull-up game is strong.
Do you?
He's only got one kid. After how many girls has this guy locked down?
Is he banging them, or is he just I don't know. See, for me,
he put the boost to Catwoman. That's happened.
Yeah, but she's not trying to get pregnant.
No.
So
no.
But she's also kinky. So I feel like Batman's always doing everyone in the ass.
This is what you think?
I think he's so angry. He's yeah, he just wants to give it to really dirty holes.
I just figured his pull-up game was strong. That's all.
No, Batman doesn't. He's not a pull-up guy though.
Ninja,
he stays in there. He stays in the fire.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Maybe his plan after pill is strong. Maybe he's dropping pills and drinks. But I don't think this guy's pulling out.
Dude, he's a ninja.
How many real joys does Batman have in his life?
You're saying just let him have this?
Yeah, I think he's release, or he's got his tubes tied, or he takes some. He talked to Lucius give me the ray where I can shoot myself and I'm sterile, right? But I don't think he's pulling out. I think he's enjoying this those last 3 seconds. I needed this, a Batman, right? And then gets out of there.
I think Talia caught him slipping.
Maybe
he threw it. Maybe he threw the Jimmy in the garbage.
Maybe. That's the thing, right? Because if Bruce Wayne's using Jimmy's, they're definitely Batman branded, right? And he can't really do that. And if Batman's doing it,
yeah,
I think Batman's a dirty lover. He's definitely trying to squeeze on girls' faces and shit like that. That's a whole other topic.
Haven't really thought of that.
I mean, we just started talking about it, and I have theories.
Okay.
League of Assassins. Yeah. League of Assassins.
So you got one who trained him in fighting and combat and shit.
Do we have to call this episode rated R now?
We do now after that little rant you had.
Batman likes anal.
And
I'm gonna put that out there.
And we got one who trained
I saw this movie one time where
is it the triple the parody, the triple X parody?
I think it was a parody.
It looked real. They never have. They just have holes in their crotch. Their pants just have holes.
It looked real. Anyway, so Ra's al Ghul's power.
One trains him. No, one trains him. One has his kit.
Right, but the powers are endless with this very old man. He's been around for a long time. Ra's al Ghul's managed to live centuries.
Lazarus Pit. He's not dying.
So with this Lazarus Pit, it gave him enhancements, obviously, with his life and lets him live longer. He's been close to dead and just slides into this pool, regenerates himself. But he obviously has to be a genius. Everyone on this list is automatically a high level of intellect. Got to be a great leader because he started the League of Assassins, League of Shadow, League of
Assassins, yeah.
League of Leagues, Master Strategist and Technician, Master Swordsman, Master Martial Artist, Medical Science, Multilingual, vast resources, because obviously you can travel all over the world, and Weapons Master. So he has to be a little better in everything that Batman is great in, because obviously
he taught him.
He's your teacher.
Yeah.
And who better to take down your best student than your even better best student, which would be his daughter?
Yeah.
Because if you thought Batman got the A1 lessons, Talia got 10 times better.
Yeah, that's blood, right? So. And I think, and I kind of consider, I I always say that I think Talia is Batman's true love, but I mean things have changed now. But I think that was, I loved how she just came out of nowhere. Right. And it was like he falls for her, but they fall for each other. That's the thing, because like him and Catwoman, like they had that fun thing.
They had fire,
they got a spark, right? Who else was he with? Some other chicks, Vicky.
I think Man-Bat had a nice encounter in the corner with him, but that goes back to the whole anal. Well, don't leave it open. Where do you think I'm going to go with it? Batman's doing bats.
Enough.
Fine for now. Subscribe to my other podcast if you want to hear more Batman.
It's called the Man-Bat series.
It's called Batman at Night. So this is definitely a crazy Hall of Fame villain because he had to deal with his master-student. So he has the master-teacher relationship that, like, that alone is a huge, right? If you're the student overcoming the master, that's definitely something you have to really prepare yourself for, if you can even do it.
And then you have to overcome your baby mama too.
Your love interest. Let's just isolate that to love. This is someone I fall in love with. He's wrapped up with my teacher, so that's even sticky. And then you can add in, oh wait, you gave me my only heir to the empire, to the kingdom. God damn.
Ends up becoming the fourth Robin, right? Yeah, it's.
And he's kind of a psychopath, so
yeah,
that's even having amazing ripples into Batman's life.
So you can say we cheated by putting the Elgos together.
I don't think we cheated enough. We didn't talk about how much Batman likes it in the butt.
Fuck. Oh boy.
I love to see how you're gonna edit this bad boy.
I'm not gonna edit.
Leaving it all in.
No, you're gonna be an anal freak in this one.
No, I'm not really an anal freak. I think
everybody thinks so now.
No,
the three people listening do.
Listen, if you're Batman.
All right, what's the other Hall of Famer?
Are you really pulling out?
Ninja style, man.
I don't know if ninjas pull out. Ninjas don't really do it.
I don't know.
That's the weird economy.
Ooh.
Number one.
Dropping knowledge. All right, number one
is the Riddler. Yes, I managed to squeeze him in. Riddle me this. Why is a man in green tights always perplexing Batman to solve riddles?
Yeah, we left him on the list on purpose. We left him off the list.
He's horrible.
We don't like Riddler.
He's horrible.
He's lame.
What has he really done?
He writes little haikus.
You spend so much time just... No.
And don't say 0 year because
no. Or don't say the.
Okay, that was the
he's
comics.
Had some okay.
Anybody
arcs.
can be good in the comics.
No, not anybody.
He's lame.
You already know who number one is. We're not even going to say the name.
I'm not going to say his name.
You're about to see like 4 movies of him hit the marketplace, which
yeah.
I don't agree with. But
4, maybe possibly 16 movies.
There's currently already 2 incarnations on TV of him.
Who's your favorite? Because I have a soft spot for Jack.
Zach Galifianakis in Lego Batman.
Terrible. I thought that was such a bad choice.
I love that movie, by the way.
I know you do.
It's so good.
It's okay.
It's good.
It's okay.
Does it include Condiment King?
Yes.
I win.
That's why I like it.
I win.
That's why I think that was the.
I win.
It's a kids movie.
I was raised with Nicholson.
Yeah.
But he did some
amazing,
just crazy stuff.
You know what's funny too? And Heath Ledger was so fucking good as that version of the Joker. Like I've never seen that before.
No.
Jack Nicholson was fucking dope. Right?
Amazing.
He was fun. He was like that was like classic Joker.
He was the quintessential.
Yeah, but Heath Ledger just took it, and I remember when they casted him, I was like, that's gonna be shit. I'm not watching. This is fucking garbage. You watch it, and Heath Ledger's portrayal as Joker is the reason why I don't judge castings anymore until I've seen them.
You don't see Heath Ledger in that movie at all.
No.
You only see this Joker. To the point that he literally had people dressing up as nurses. Not even for Halloween. There's so many people that just fan fiction love the Joker nurse.
Yeah, okay.
Like that's.
I thought you meant on set. I was like, what?
Maybe.
Who knows?
I mean, I think a few of us have read some of the set stuff that was going on. Like,
yeah, there's some weird shit.
He's definitely living a tortured life to get to that spot. You got him an Oscar. I mean, God bless you. But you took on a lot of demons. From a warning Heath by Jack Nicholson, he was like, hey, like I remember there was a conversation there, or at least they alluded to a conversation where Nicholson was basically like,
this character fucks you up.
Yeah, be careful with this guy.
I remember that.
He's no joke.
I remember reading that and I was like, really?
Really? Yeah. He's no joke.
He's like, this character fucks you up, man.
And he's not. He's constantly been in a thorn of Batman. And a lot
He is the exact stark opposite of Batman.
He's given not just Batman a run for his money, a lot. Like, he's literally fucked over Jason Todd.
Yep.
He's literally fucked over Barbara Gordon.
He's manipulated other villains that
He's got everybody under thumb, but nobody is strong enough to just end it.
No.
And he's even come close to ending it himself. What was that story arc where he like cuts off his face?
Oh yeah. He didn't cut off his face. He got his face cut off.
Face off. Whatever you want to
call it. But then
he
comes back with the face wrapped up.
Yeah, like he put back on his old. Like he went to that level. There's the big controversy about the Killing Joke, or whether or not Batman actually finally killed him at the end of that.
Yeah.
Great story one, by the way. And I like that they left it open for interpretation. But that's how far you have to go for a villain of this level. Like, you really have to take justice in your own hands and snap necks. You would probably need to call in Superman to actually do the dirty work. Man of Steel Superman.
He came back in Death of the Family. That was when he came. That's when he came back with the face all strapped to his head.
Like, who are you?
I can't remember what he got cut off though. He got cut off earlier than that, but then he disappeared, and then he came back, and his fucking face was hanging off, like the skin was.
Just like
it actually made him scarier.
Like, just so freaky. The one flaw in this character that have managed to last several decades is I think now they've introduced several Jokers. So there's like 3 now.
They did that in Justice League.
They kept trying to figure out this guy's backstory, and that's the last thing I wanted to know.
He's kind of like
you don't want to rhyme a reason for why.
No, and he's kind of like that's how it was. That's how I used to feel about Wolverine, right? Like you never knew his whole backstory,
and you didn't care.
I liked it like
you don't
that.
care.
The Joker is like you didn't know his whole backstory, and I liked it.
He's just here now. You got to deal with it, right?
I like it was one dude you didn't know anything fucking about him. You didn't know his real name. You didn't know.
And the one time they came close to trying to solve him or figure him out, he turned Dr. Harlequin.
Yeah.
Into Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So like that's
in love with him. Yeah.
That's the greatest warning that you could kind of like. That's the greatest like stop here.
Yeah.
We've tried and failed.
Yeah.
And the one that gets this close to him is gonna end up joining him. That's how charismatic, smart, mastermind, manipulative, leadership. Not that strong. Great with a gat.
No fucking motives besides just counteracting
Well,
Batman. Like he loves to be the opposite.
In every movie I've seen him in, he has a different motivation that all makes sense. If we're talking about the previous Heath Ledger version, his whole motivation was he wants to expose that Batman's just like him, and they're going to treat him just like him. That, and he wants people to just be the shitty versions of themselves when given the choice. Yeah. He came close to both, but unsuccessful. Or successful.
He changed the fucking city. He changed everything.
He did. Which is...
He influenced Harvey Dent to be the worst of himself, right?
Right. Super charismatic.
No, he's great. It's fun. It's fun. Because you never know what the fuck's going to happen. You never know what... He could be pulling a prank with the fucking bang gun, the fake gun, or he could just fucking light you on fire and...
With this level of amazing villainous attached to this character, where could you uproot Joker from Gotham City and put him in? What other hero?
In DC or in anything?
Wide open. Where could you put this Joker?
I want to see him with Captain America.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, he'd fall so fast.
That'd be fun though.
Would he?
Yeah. That'd be fun though. Like
Red Skull Joker?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Definitely crazy. If he was a Nazi supporter Joker, good lord. The alt-right?
Fucking imagine. He'd get right in there and just fucking
Yes, he would.
Everything.
Yes, he would. He'd end up being a politician.
Yeah.
That's not a bad story arc, actually.
That was the first thing he came to mind. I know toe-to-toe Cap would fucking eat his food, but you don't go toe-to-toe with him.
Yeah, he'll never let...
That doesn't happen.
He never lets you get that close unless he wants you to do something.
And Cap's never going to kill
close.
him, so...
Yeah, that's why he's definitely on the Boy Scout. He'd knock him out, though.
Yeah, he would. And he'd come back. He'd knock him out, lock him up. He'd come back and do some other fucking shit. And...
Is Joker so good because he can only kind of work in this world? Or can he work anywhere?
He works best for Batman just because he's the exact opposite of him. If you find someone similar to Batman, like he would be... I would say you could put him with Daredevil, but I think Daredevil would actually fucking kill him. Right?
Yeah.
Like...
He'd cross the line.
You know what I mean? Like he would...
Iron Fist?
I think he'd kill him too.
Because
you have to put him with a Boy Scout, otherwise he's not opposing their beliefs, right?
As fucking crazy as Batman is, he still has that fucking moral code that he
doesn't ever break.
Will never break. Yeah. And Joker loves that. He's like, this is my playground. Why would I ever leave?
His success, his greatest success will be to get Batman to kill him.
Which is what
which he always tries to do. Do it. Fucking do it right now. And then that's it. And then, but he knows he'll win, right? Yeah.
He'll have the last laugh.
I'm not saying anything, but I mean, nobody cares. In this segment, we rank the worst 9 for any given topic of the day. Welcome to Power wreckingS.
Power wreckingS.
Today we're talking about the worst blind dates you could go on with female heroines, if you will. So the worst, if you would, the 9 female heroes.
Yeah, keep explaining it. Yeah, you've already explained it.
Okay, I thought you wanted clarification.
Halloween.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah.
And they said, how about for we? I was like, what? What does that mean?
That's the typical response, not just to repeat yourself.
Yeah, bite me.
Halloween.
Number 1.
We go 1 to 9.
Yeah, so one being the best of the 9.
This is what you think is the best.
and
number 1, go for it. Yeah, let's go.
Number 1, Black Canary.
So this is the best blind date you could have
out of these 9.
First of all, you can't surprise this chick. You can't say guess who, because then you're getting shattered something.
So don't be a douche. Don't try and
Girls love surprises. Look what I got you. Oh my god! Like you can't surprise her with a Tiffany box.
Can't do it.
She's gonna blow out your ears.
Yeah, you got it. So, but you could have a regular or safe date with her as long as you're not startling her or scaring her
or upsetting her.
I
have a lot of generalizations about women. I'm not gonna list any of them.
You're walking on eggshells.
I'm not gonna list any of them. I'm just gonna move on to number 2.
Scarlet, G.I. Joe fame.
Oh,
so this could be
the only woman on G.I. Joe scene.
Yeah, this could be a bearable date unless she starts getting into.
No, it's not a bearable date.
A certain trope. If she starts getting into.
Here's the thing about G.I. Joes. They're good when they're fighting Cobra. They're terrible when they're bugging you when you're playing basketball because they have a lesson to teach you.
Yeah.
There's always a lesson. So there's no fun. This girl's gonna be like, if you you can't have a candlelight dinner with her.
Those kids are playing basketball without knee pads.
You need knee pads.
You need to put knee pads on.
You can't show up to the date on a motorcycle without a helmet. We can't eat there because there's asbestos.
Yeah,
there's too much mercury in the fish. Come on, Scarlett, live a little.
Yeah, we're talking about her. She'll be dropping knowledge like that. And it's just not the right.
She's too much of a Boy Scout or Girl Guide Scout.
Girl Guide Scout.
Which would have made more sense to say first. No, they're not Girl Guide Scouts. No, it's 2018. Coke, the Girl Guide Scouts.
They're Person Scouts.
Man, Bear, Pig. Number 3. Speaking of bears,
Wolfsbane
or pigs.
She's not a pig or a bear.
Man.
She's a wolfsbane.
Man, is she hairy?
Yes.
Saved it.
She can, yeah. When she turns, yeah. So similar to Canary, don't
upset her.
No,
don't do anything out of pocket.
Probably just don't go on the date.
No.
No, but you're stuck in the date with a werewolf. So
what if I really like dogs?
Order her lots of meat.
Rare.
Yeah.
Grr.
That'll distract her. At least she won't eat you. So if she does change, you can skate.
Also, don't bring your dog because you're gonna smell his ass.
What?
Number 4, dogs smell each other's butts.
Number 4, Jessica Jones.
She's an alcoholic.
Yeah, I think that's.
We're just going to drink and bang.
Yeah,
that's not a bad thing.
Drink, yeah. Unless you.
Oh wait, no, I'm not Luke Cage, so she'll break my pelvic.
Yeah.
She'll break my pelvic.
There's no guarantee. Chances are she won't.
It's death by snoo snoo.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing, but for a blind date.
Chances are she's not gonna like you. Definitely not gonna like you. Not gonna like me.
She won't like me, but she doesn't like herself, so we might sleep together. There's a good chance we're sleeping together, but it's death by snoo snoo.
Yeah, death by snoo snoo.
Not a bad way to go. She might go higher or lower on my list.
Number 5, Forever, from Lazarus fame, if that's fame at all, from the comic book Lazarus. She's basically born and raised to be a guardian killer type thing. She's a little damaged, so you're not gonna get much conversation. She doesn't talk much, is what I'm saying.
That's a good thing.
You're gonna be sitting there.
This is number 9 for
Some
me.
people. Some people.
Some people like a conversation on a date.
Yes.
Some people do not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does she look good in a dress?
Great in a dress.
So then,
Great in a dress. Great in a dress.
how'd you make this list? Because she doesn't talk
She doesn't talk.
and she's a guardian.
She might kill you.
Death by snoo snoo.
Yeah. I guess it depends.
We
on
should
what
change
you're
this
looking
list
for.
to how many death by snoo
snoo
snooze you can go through. I think that's coming soon. We're gonna do a death by snoo snoo.
Number 6, Saya from Deadly Class.
She's a bit of a head case.
Yeah, a little bit of a nut, a little moody, very moody.
Definitely walking around with a katana when katanas aren't needed.
And even if you're cool with her, she may just stab you. So
But you would get snoo snoo.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We should change this.
you
Who would
did
they get
that.
snoo
You
snoo
did
from?
that.
I don't think Canary would go
You
snoo
did
snoo.
that. No.
Not getting snoo snoo from Scarlet. Wolfsbane would hump my leg.
I'd like you to try and get Snoosu from number 7.
Uh,
Big Barda.
I could do it. I don't. First of all,
She's
I don't.
married.
I
She's
don't-
married,
Yeah.
for one thing.
Second of all, I don't call her Big Barda. It sounds offensive. I call her regular sized Barda.
Festively plump Barda.
I don't know festive. You can't put festively in there.
Why not?
That means only on the occasions are you allowed to be plump.
So you better date her on holidays.
That's
Valentine's Day.
That's expensive, man.
I mean, but it's few and far between.
No, it's not. It's very.
You don't,
It's
you
more
don't date her-
expensive on
You don't
holidays.
date her every holiday. You date her on holidays.
Again, expensive.
Yeah.
So I have to put in work in between holidays and then actually take her out on holidays.
She used to fight for Darkseid, so
There's no like weekly holiday that I'm taking her out on.
no. So you get together with her on like Valentine's Day, or no, not Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day, so you don't wait in line for 3 hours.
Wouldn't she celebrate like all these off-planet?
Halloween. Yeah, that's right.
Off-planet holidays.
Imagine they had long weekends every weekend.
That's where you took
In
it.
Apocalypse, yeah.
You took it to
Then
there.
you would have to take her every weekend.
I'm pretty sure they have apocalyptic.
Well, she's done Apocalypse now, but if she still is with that, if she still has the calendar in mind, yeah.
Death by snoo snoo.
Snooze. Number 8, Faith from Valiant Comics.
All right. Why is she a bad blind date?
I think she'd be a great date.
She's so positive.
I think she'd be a great
She
date.
can fly.
I think the problem.
She can eat.
Yeah, I think the problem would
She's
be
festively
is
plump.
that she's so positive.
That's a bad thing to you?
It's gonna make me feel like shit because I know I'm a piece of shit. So if I'm dating her, she's gonna be talking about all these great things she's doing and how positive she is. And I'm just gonna be grumbling about why is it so loud in here. She's like,
That's
"I
what you.
just-"
That's what you say on the date. You have a bad self-image, man. I should have proofread your.
That's not what I said.
Your list?
I'm using this as a fucking example.
Are you?
I'd love to be around her.
Would you? Clearly, you
I
wouldn't.
don't think I'd want to be stuck with her
You
in
can't. You
a,
said
in,
you
in a
can't.
situation like
you
that.
said you can't be
Yeah, in
around
like
her
a group setting.
because
In a
she's
group
so
setting.
she's so positive.
In a group setting. Yeah, it's annoying.
So you want a group dater? Remember those times?
Hey, speed dating.
Good old grade 8, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I'll come out too, but if my boy can come.
Yeah,
you
we're
know
all
what I'm
going
saying?
out. We're all going to the movies. Nobody sitting next to anyone that they want to sit next to.
And number 9.
Batwoman.
Yeah.
She's a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
No snooze snoo.
That's why.
Just death.
So she wouldn't be a bad date per se, but she'd be a bad date for us.
No, it's a bad date.
For us, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were females, probably wouldn't be too bad, but we aren't, so not gonna happen. That's
A bad turn.
that's
Coming soon, the snoo snoo wrecking's list.
the mention of a lesbian just sucked all energy
It
out
did.
of it.
It's like I don't want to say anything bad. Like if that's your choice, by all means, it's my choice. I love women, so I can't get mad at you for loving women too.
Of course not. Actually, you know what? I take that back. She'd be a great, if she's a conversationalist. You could have great conversations about the other women.
Because we go on dates for conversations, Coke.
No, I'm just talking about in the other.
Because I want to talk.
She could be a wingman.
Could she?
Maybe.
Or is she so badassly Batwoman, that she's gonna steal everything under? Like I'm gonna be Alfred in that scenario.
She's back to worst date again.
Yeah.
There we go.
She's gonna be stealing everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Power Rankings.
Well, no,
Wreckings. In this segment, we give you a heads up on any hidden gems, not always comic related, to keep a To keep a lookout for.
What?
Just fucking to keep a lookout for.
What are you
What the
talking
hell
about?
was I talking
What are you
about?
talking about?
God damn it. This is keep 6. 666.
Yeah, that's all you. That's your own drop.
666.
Just all you.
Today.
Fail. Fail block. That's a fail.
Today we're talking about a podcast, actually. A fellow podcast.
Yeah, why not?
Not a fellow podcast, but it's more like a audiobook podcast called Wolverine the Long Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me.
It's dope. It's an audio telling of a chapter in Wolverine's life.
Okay.
After he runs away from Weapon X, moves to Alaska, tries to start a life there. There's some fucking shit goes down.
Is it narrated by Logan, or is it someone?
No, there's a
Speaking
brief
of-
narration in the beginning of the episodes,
Mhm.
and then it's all conversation.
Oh.
Um,
So you gotta use your imagination. You can
Yeah.
picture him with or without the mask.
no, it's very well done. It's very well done.
They say he's with or without the mask.
He's without a mask,
Oh,
unfortunately.
come on. Bring back the mask. Hashtag.
Yeah, no, it's actually really well done. So you never feel lost. Like they jump scenes well. Like they'll use like the radio to listen to things, phone conversations, shit like that. Richard Armitage is actually the guy who plays Wolverine.
I know.
He was one of the dwarves in Lord of the Rings.
Ah,
Shit like that.
Dick Armitage.
Yeah, Dick Armitage. He played Red Dragon in the Hannibal show.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Shit like that. Yeah, no, he's fucking. It's good. It's good, man. I don't want to give it all away here because it's 10 episodes long, and they're about half hour each.
Oh, easy digestion.
Easy listen, yeah. Just listen to it on the drive to work.
Yeah, definitely
in.
good.
But yeah, it's cool. No, it takes place right after Weapon X, and it's trying. You know how it is. The typical story of Wolverine. He's out there minding his own business, but inevitably he gets roped into bigger problems within the town and shit. Like people die.
This is a Wolverine story.
People die. Yeah,
People
it's in
do
Alaska.
die.
Yeah,
Up
and
in-
that's
up in the wilderness. What do you want, Wolverine?
without giving anything else
Be
away.
an animal.
Just listen to, if you like podcasts, you like Wolverine, you like listening to audiobooks. It's perfect.
Even if you don't, if you like comic books, this is something probably you
Yeah.
wanna.
Yeah,
try
it's quick.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no other cameos. You're not gonna get any other notable mutants in it, but
Who knows?
It's
This could
fucking
lead
cool.
to another audiobook. That
yeah,
you
it's their
enjoy.
first one. It's Marvel licensed and everything. It's cool. Check it out. 666. This segment is called Heroes from a Hat, where we pick two random heroes from this hat and pit them against each other in a fight.
I'm gonna pick.
Tank takes one.
I almost saw in there.
I take
You were
one.
Showing me everything was in the hat. Not looking.
Did you? Did you
not
look?
looking. I didn't look, but I will look now.
Now we look
Oh fuck!
Rogue.
Daredevil. Okay, all right. Hold on. So
I'll let you speak. I'll let you talk.
Hell's Kitchen.
Uh huh. Devil the House.
So I'm a lawyer.
Uh huh.
So I know my laws.
Uh huh.
Don't put your hands on me,
Okay.
okay? Or I'll sue.
Okay.
Uh
huh.
I'm blind,
Uh huh.
so don't hit the cripple.
Yeah.
So if anyone sees us on the street and starts
Uh-huh.
recording it, viral,
Yeah.
more lawsuit money.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
Uh huh.
Rule number 3,
Yeah.
I'm just as a devil.
Uh huh.
Get in your head.
Yeah.
You're very religious. Well, you're from the South.
Okay.
We're assuming that they're God-fearing,
Sure.
and you're a mutant. Doesn't look down upon.
Yeah.
So I can just be like boogity boogity, and you'd be like, oh my god.
This is also we talked off before recording. This is the rogue that has absorbed Captain Marvel. So
Well, I haven't confirmed that now.
yeah, no. Well, we confirmed it like yesterday.
Maybe
so.
this is just pre Miss Marvel. That
So
way,
do you want the gloves on or the gloves off when I punch you and break you into? Like, do you?
you have to catch me first, because I like to.
Motherfucker, I fly.
I come out at night, so your night vision is as good as mine.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And then if it's raining,
Okay.
like Ben Affleck, I can see you in the rain, and maybe I'll
Okay.
touch your face. Maybe you fall in love with me, because I'm a lawyer. I got that money,
Yeah, no.
that guap.
No.
I got those dineros.
I'm just gonna say Rogue wins.
How?
How? There's so many different ways.
Yeah.
How about where are you doing? You chilling? You chilling on a building?
Yeah, I'm perched on a
right.
gargoyle,
I swoop down.
contemplating life.
Swoop down. I'm assuming you hear me. Right? So I back it up.
Yeah,
elbow drop. Like
I mean, if you're coming in full force, I hear you enough time to turn to catch your
to catch the fist in
the face. Yeah, catch it in the face.
Rock.
But I can recover. I do a nice flip off the wall.
Yeah, you do flips and stuff, but
And then I need to recover on the. I land on in a garbage dumpster.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, I can take.
And then I lifted the
don't
garbage
have
dumpster.
Okay.
And
Well,
we
yeah.
take it over like the Hudson River or some shit.
Oh, I gotta drown.
Yeah.
Death by drowning. Death by snoo.
Or throw you in one of the compactors at the
I'm a
scrap
lawyer.
yard.
I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, I kept my hands off you.
I'm a lawyer. Did you? I don't know if this will hold up in court.
Rogue wins.
Rogue wins.